In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and run partnership ads on Facebook, which if done correctly, can be incredibly powerful, but if not, they can be a big flop. First, I'm going to quickly show you the best and simplest way to set these ads up, because that's what most of you are here for anyway. But after that, I'm going to talk to you through the strategy that you actually need to consider if you want to make this really work, and it's really important, so stick around for it. We've seen countless businesses fail to generate any leads or sales with partnership ads because they haven't got the strategy right in the first place. So let's dive into the laptop and get into it. The first thing that you're going to want to do is just come into the relevant ads account, and if you click all tools and you go to your partnership ads hub. Next, you want to come up to here where it says partners. And this is where you're actually going to link your ads manager account directly to the partner account, so you can run your ads from either their page or your page. So first of all, you're going to click add partnership and you're going to select a partner. What you're going to do is you're going to search for it. So if I was going to, for example, partner with John Lewis, a big shop around here, I would select John Lewis, I would select the relevant account, which is this one, select done, and next. Next, I need to tie it into the relevant business asset. Obviously, we have quite a few, but I'll just do it on my asset there. And again, select next. And then that's it. You're going to review the request, and once you're ready, you're going to click send request. But I'm not going to do that because we're not partnering with John Lewis, unfortunately, right now. Now, on the other end of it, the partner that you're working with is going to have to authorize this request. So they're going to have to do the same process. They're going to have to come into their partnership hub, as I showed you down here. They're going to have to come into partners and select received request, and then they are going to have to accept that request. So when you then come into building your actual ad, when you come into the ad level here, this is just as an example, ad that we have set up, you're going to see this part here, and you're going to want to toggle your partnership ad onto on and select partnership, and then you should, once they've accepted, see the option here. And if you select that identity, then you will be in a position where you can advertise from their account, and this is what it will look like when you actually run that ad. So this is what it's going to look like when you're actually running that ad. Now, you can have your partner with your business or your business with partner. You can select the primary identity you want to run the ad from, and best practice is to test it both ways, because we've seen it work with varying results in different ways. And if you split test between the two, you can then turn off the one that's not working as well, or leave them both running. But this is just an example that Facebook gives of how the ad will look, and you can see there is the partner with the company, and it can be roles reversed. But the most important thing is the strategy that goes on behind this, because if you partner with the wrong person, you're going to screw everything up. So let's talk about that strategy, because if you don't get this bit right, it doesn't matter how good your partnership ads will look. So when you work with a partner, they will generally be some sort of influencer. And what it allows you to do is gain credibility from that influencer. If they're happy to recommend your products and services and the target customer knows who they are, you'll borrow credibility from them, so you won't need to do as much work in establishing your credibility and confidence with your target so they can actually buy from you. Secondly, you'll target their audience with your goods. So you have to select your influencers correctly, and this is how. The way to do this is to consider whether their target audience would actually use your products and services. So we had a client selling educational products for children in the UK, and they had an influencer deal with 2 young adults from a reality TV program in the UK. These influencers had 600,000 followers, so naturally they thought it would be a great partnership, but the ads bombed hard. And the reason for that was these 600,000 people were mostly teenagers and mostly didn't have children yet. So they were running ads from the client's account and the business's account, targeting 600,000 people who were not going to be in a position to buy their products. So if you look at the Dollar Shave Club, for example, their target audience is men who shave. But if you look at the influencers they work with, they're mostly young, attractive women, like models, etc. The influencer isn't their target market, but their followers are, and that's why it works. So we worked with a business called Out and About with partnership ads, and we secured an influencer called Savannah Spencer Fitness. Savannah had hundreds of thousands of followers who follow her for fitness advice that is highly specific to active women with young children. Now, Out and About sell buggies and pushchairs designed for active parents. So it was a perfect match, and it's no wonder these ads absolutely smashed it and did so well. Strategically then, when you partner with an influencer for partnership ads, just ensure that their followers are your exact target customer. It's not the influencer that needs to be your target customer, but their followers, and that is what is so key. Get that right and the other advice on this channel, and you cannot fail. One big, final, really crucial tip, and please don't get this wrong, because when you make that deal with the influencer, they're going to want to agree on what the content they produced is exactly going to be used for. Try and secure ownership of the content that they create, rather than a one-time use. We were working with a business in the pharmaceutical sector. They getting produced loads of influencer user-generated content, and the contract that they didn't look over properly said that it could have one-time use, and it didn't specify that it could be used in ads. So when they started running it as ads, the influencer kicked off, wanted a lot more money for breach of contract, etc. Be really clear. If you can secure ownership of the content that they create, you can use it indefinitely in campaign after campaign after campaign. That's where you're gonna get the real power. So I hope that helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Loads more content on this channel that will help you implement all of these strategies effectively, and we'll see you next time.